Hey everyone, it's me Bailey and welcome to my channel. If you're new here and if you're not, hello. Today's video is going to be, I guess, episode 2 in reading the longest sitting books on my TBR. So literally only one person asked for me to make this a series, so I'm gonna do this for them. So shout out to Deshauna for asking for me to make this a series. So here you go, girl, this one's for you. So if you didn't watch my last video, I will have it linked in the iCard, but basically I'm gonna go on my Goodreads TBR or want to read list and filter it so that way the longest books that have been on my TBR are at the top, and I'm going to go down that list and read the 3 books that have been on there the longest at this point. So I am going to throw up a screenshot just like I did last time, so that way we can see which books have been on my TBR the longest, and then I'll be reading those 3 in this video. And like I said in the last video, if it is 3 from a series, then I'll be reading the 3 from the series, and if it's 3 different random ones, then I'll be reading 3 different random books as well. So it could be either or. So as you guys saw, the 3 books that have been on my TBR the longest at this point are Passenger by Alexandra Bracken, and this is the first book in the Passenger duology. And after this one, it was also Wayfarer, which is the second book in this duology. So I will be reading this duology in this video, as well as Unforeseen by Brenda K. Davies, and this is the 9th book in the Vampire Awakenings series. So I've literally been reading this series since I was like a freshman in high school. This series gives me like so much nostalgia. This was probably one of my like first like adult, I guess you could say, series that wasn't like closed door or like, you know, fade to black or whatever. So this series does have a lot of nostalgia and a really like good place in my heart. So I don't think I've read book 9 in the series. I know I've read like 1 through 8, and I know I've read like the first few at least a couple times. So I'm excited to see where it goes. I was not super thrilled, I want to say, with the book before this one and how it was like going about and like what the series was like kind of turning into. So we'll just see how it goes like from here, but obviously I will let you guys know. That is the whole purpose of this video. I'm going to be reading these books and letting you guys know my thoughts and feels. So since Passenger's on there first, I am going to go ahead and start with Passenger. I think I am actually going to start this tonight. I am probably getting ready to go to bed here in a minute. It's not like super late, it's only like 7:30, so I want to like take a shower and like get today off of me. So I'm just gonna kind of wind down a little bit and then pick up Passenger. And if I have any like thoughts like right out the gate, I will let you guys know and keep you updated on my reading progress throughout reading these 3 books. Okay, so I have been reading Passenger and I am currently on page 45, so I just finished chapter 1. Chapter 1 was very long, and so like as of right now I'm not sure. Like I'm not really vibing with the writing style, I don't think. Maybe it's just I have to get used to it. I don't know, because like I've never read anything by Alexandra Bracken, so maybe the writing style just isn't for me. I don't know, but so far I don't know, it's like not really giving anything. Like I don't know, for the first chapter to be like 30 something pages, you would think that it would give you like a little bit of something, but like it's not really giving anything. I'm not sure exactly what's going on with the plot. Like, I know it has to do with like time travel, and the main girl like plays a violin, and like that's it. So I don't know, I just don't know. I'm gonna keep trying to read it. I think I'm gonna read at least one more chapter tonight, but low-key I'm not sure if I'm like super into it. It's kind of boring, but hopefully it gets a little bit better. We'll see about chapter 2, but the end of chapter 1 was getting kind of juicy, so we'll see if it keeps going the way that it's going, and hopefully it just gets better. So I will keep you guys updated on whether or not I start to enjoy it a little bit more. Hello, so it has now been a couple days since the last time I picked up Passenger, but I have been reading for some reading sprints, as you guys would have seen like in the little montagey clip just then, but I'm currently on page 92, which I believe is the middle of chapter 4. These chapters are so long, like these chapters are literally so long in this book. Also, still not really vibing with the writing style. I'm not really sure what it is. I feel like Alexandra Bracken is very like wordy. Like, I feel like she's using a lot of words for no reason. Like, I don't know if that's just me and how I'm feeling, but I just feel like she's using a lot of words and she's not really giving us anything. Like, from what I've gathered, almost 100 pages in, the main girl, her name is Henrietta, or Etta for short, and she is basically a time traveler, and apparently it's something that's like passed down through like one or both parents, and she had a single mom, and she grew up playing violin and is like super competitive when it comes to like violin, and like dedicated her whole life to playing the violin. And then one night she is at this like concert for her like pre-stepping out or something like that. I'm not sure how it works like in the music world, but she is there and there's like a murder that happens, and all of a sudden she has traveled in time to like the 18th century, where we meet the guy from the prologue, who I think is also a time traveler, but he is like mixed. I think it talks about in the time that he was born, his mom was a slave and his dad is like obviously the slave master, the slave owner or whatever, and he has like this half brother, and they were time traveling together, but then an incident happens where he gets stuck in the past in like the 18th century as like a half black man, and I don't think he's white passing, so he obviously is a black man basically in the 18th century. So basically that's what's going on. 1910 or 17, maybe they got stuck, maybe he got stuck in 1910. Let's see, because I'm trying to flip through to see. Oh, they're 1910, like that's the 18th century. It's 1776 is the time that they're in at this point. Okay, but that doesn't make sense because he traveled. Okay, see, that's exactly, like, it just isn't, it's not like, it just isn't, I'm trying to think of a good word to describe it, because it's just not like, she's using a lot of words but she's not explaining anything, if that makes sense. So like she's just, it's basically like she's just talking, like I don't know how else to describe it, but I'm just really not vibing with this. I was doing this as a buddy read with Steph, and again she also is not liking it. She is a lot further than me. She's like 180 pages in, I think, and she said that she wants to DNF it. So I think both of us are most likely going to end up pushing through. I'm pushing through for this video, and I'm gonna keep pushing through this one and more than likely read the second one, and maybe it gets better, but at this point I highly doubt it because we're almost 100 pages in, and generally I give books about 50 pages before I decide if I'm going to DNF or not, especially if I'm not vibing with the beginning of the book. Obviously there are some cases where I'll DNF like later in the book, but this one, if not for this video, I would probably DNF it, because I do actually remember trying to attempt to start this book when I was younger. I think in like high school or something. I remember picking this up and I think I read the prologue and put it down and never picked it up back up until 2 days ago. So and that's been at least like 5-6 years. So yeah, maybe I was onto something back then, because yeah, just not loving it, and it's a shame because it's so beautiful. Like this color, the like foiling on the front, like the details on the inside, like it's honestly like just such a pretty book. Like, and like even the cover too, like it's just so pretty for the inside to be like not good. I don't know, but I'm gonna keep going. I'm in the middle of chapter 4, like I said, so I'm gonna try and finish chapter 4, which gets me to page 114. So I think I'm gonna read a little bit more of it tonight and then try and like push it out this weekend, because I do have to go to work tomorrow. So I won't be able to read this anymore until tomorrow afternoon when I get home from work, once I go to bed tonight. So but I think I can have it read by Friday. So that's gonna be my goal, because today is Wednesday. I don't think I said that. I haven't been saying days because it's not really like a weekly vlog, but so it is Wednesday and I think I can have it read by Friday, and start on the second one on Friday. So that's gonna be my goal, is to hopefully have it all read by this weekend. So yeah, that's basically where I'm at right now. At this point I feel like I'm rambling, so if I have any major updates I will update you guys. I probably will update you guys around the halfway point to let you know if I'm feeling any better about it or not. And then, yeah, so we'll see if I decide to DNF it or not. I probably won't because I committed. So I'm not gonna do that to y'all. And I'm just gonna push it out. So with that being said, I will update you guys probably when I get around halfway into the book. Hello, so I have made it to the halfway mark, and I wanted to say that there isn't very much to report on this. Still not loving it. Don't hate it, but don't love it. It is just very much mediocre. Yeah, I don't know, like the writing style is weird. Like I said a couple days ago, I think I just think old girl is just talking too much. I think she is using a lot of words, a lot of unnecessary words that are not needed. So yeah, the premise is fine. So far she hasn't done anything spectacular with it. Yeah, I don't know, I'm not loving it. I just feel like don't waste your time on it. I feel like maybe it could be fun for someone who is like just getting into reading, or like someone who's probably like 12 or 13 looking for like a little fun adventure read about time travel. But for like older people, I feel like there are a lot better books out there that deal with time travel and are about time travel. And yeah, I don't know. Also, the way that Nicholas is like a freed slave in this is kind of like weird to me. I don't know. I understand like her trying to be like inclusive and stuff and trying to be like time accurate, but I don't know, it's just kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna keep going. Like I said, I am about halfway through it. I have just made it to chapter 11 where they have just time traveled again. So she basically has her mission at this point. We got her mission halfway into the book, and so yeah, she's now on her mission, and that's really it. The rest of the book, I'm assuming, is going to be her mission, and I feel like at this point I don't understand why it's a series or why it's a duology, why it's not just a standalone. But I'm gonna keep going for you guys. I'm going to keep reading this and see if maybe it starts to get a little bit juicy. But other than that, yeah, I'll update you guys again probably, unless something major happens. I'll probably update you guys once I finish this book. Okay, so it is now the next day since I updated you guys, and I have been reading Passenger. I'm currently on page 402. Y'all, this book is so boring. Like like I have less than 100 pages left, and like it's like an hour and 15 minutes left in the audiobook or something, and I'm so bored. Like nothing good is happening. Like there's no drama, there's no intrigue. The writing is just lots and lots and lots and lots of words. It's no. This, no. I do not like this. I am not liking this. I'm having such a hard time finishing it. Like I literally have this much left and I don't even want to finish it. Like I literally do not care. Like I could care less about what happens. And the sucky thing too is it's on script, so it only goes up to 2 times speed, so I can't even like speed it up to get it over with. Like I'm just not having a good time. Like as much as I thought that I was going to be able to go ahead and pull through. I'll probably be able to pull through and finish this one, but Wayfarer, not happening. Literally not happening unless this book ends on like a super massive cliffhanger to where I'm like, okay, yep, I'm curious, I want to know. I'd be okay with Googling. Like, if someone literally came up to me and was like, this is how this book ends, I'd be like, okay. Like, I wouldn't even be mad. Like, I wouldn't even care. Yeah, no. So once I'm done with this one, yeah, we're not doing Wayfarer. It's probably going to be removed from the want to read list because I literally cannot, and that is really it. I just cannot. I'm gonna see if I can try and finish this one really quickly. It says it's still like an hour and 15 minutes left, and I just feel like it shouldn't take that long. Like, it probably will take that long, but I feel like it shouldn't take that long. So I'm just gonna try and push through, even though I really don't want to. So we'll see. And then I'll probably still end up reading Consumed in this video. I think that was the name of it. I don't know, there's like 80 of them, so I get the names mixed up. So I think I'll probably end up still reading that one in this video. But once I finish this one, I think this duology is just gonna have to, like, yeah, not happening. So that being said, I will update you guys when I'm done with my final rating of the book, and if I do decide to continue on with Consumed in this video, because I feel like at this point this video is starting to get a little long, and these videos have not been very, like, kind. I have not been very kind in these videos. I mean, this is only the second one, but so far the books that have been on here have been horrible. So yeah, but with that being said, I will update once I finish and talk to you guys a little bit later. Hello, so please excuse my appearance, but I just finished Passenger by Alexander Bracken, and I decided on 2.5 stars. So the ending was a little bit interesting. It does have me actually intrigued enough, I think, to pick up Wayfarer. So I know how I said earlier that I wasn't going to be reading this. Well, looks like I'm going to be reading this. So the ending did leave me intrigued enough to want to pick up the second one. So I'm going to pick this up on audio, and my only complaint is that it doesn't go past 2 times speed, because I feel like if it went a little bit faster, because it's on script obviously, and I just feel like if it went a little bit faster and it was a little bit faster for me to get through, then I don't think it would be so bad. And maybe it was just suffering from like first book syndrome, because it's like trying to give you all the information that you need to like build the world and whatnot. But it just was like, I don't know, it wasn't what I was looking for, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. I guess it would be kind of fun if I was younger, but since I'm not, it's not like amazing. But if you are like a little bit older and you are looking for like a time traveling type story, then I highly suggest The Last Magician by Lisa Maxwell. I just feel like it was done a little bit better than this, and was a little bit like more interesting, I guess you could say, as far as like the plot is concerned. But like I said, I am intrigued enough, so I am going to pick this up. Now I am going to reserve the right to DNF, so like I said, who knows, maybe it'll be better than this. But if I'm like, yeah, no, absolutely not, then I'm just gonna DNF it, and then we'll just move on to the next book in this video, because obviously with the last video that I did for the Fallen series, the main reason that I finished all 3 of them was because they were on my TBR for that month. And since this was on my TBR for the month, I wanted to finish it. But since this is not on my TBR for the month, then if I feel like DNFing it, then I'm just gonna DNF it. So that's basically what is gonna happen from here on out in this video. So I am going to pick this up tonight. I think I do have a video to edit, so we'll see, but I think I'll probably pick this one up before I go to bed and see about reading at least a chapter or 2, or like the prologue and like the first chapter, because as we know, girly likes to have really long chapters, so we'll see. But I'm gonna keep you guys updated. I'm gonna try and have this one read, as well as I think it was Unforeseen. I said Consumed earlier, but I think it's Unforeseen. Like I said, there's like 80 million of them, so I'm not sure on the title. But I do think that it is Unforeseen, and I will be starting that one in this video as well. So I want to be able to get both of them read this weekend. So I do have some other stuff going on as well. This video is taking a lot longer than I expected, but yeah, I'm doing reading sprints in the morning, so hopefully I can get a hefty chunk of this one read, or maybe both read, or I don't know. It's just going to depend on my mood tomorrow morning. So yeah, with that being said, I'll probably update you guys later, because probably tomorrow, because yeah. Hello. So I have been reading Wayfarer, and I just kind of wanted to update on my progress. So I have been listening to it on audio on 2x speed, because like I said, Scribd only goes to 2x speed. And so I'm currently on page 237, which is chapter 16. So not quite halfway, but getting pretty close. And still, it's just like boring. I don't know. I feel like half the time it is like a history lesson, and it's like reading a textbook, because it's just like going on and on and on. And like a lot of stuff is going on that I don't care about, and it's a lot of like time hopping and like history being like trying to be like changed to these like 2 different timelines. There's like an Ironwood timeline and then like a normal timeline, and they're trying to prevent Ironwood from like getting his timeline and putting it in the regular timeline. And so it's just a lot of stuff that's going on. Etta and Nicholas are like still not together. They haven't found each other, and it's just like, I don't know. I just feel like this book and the first one, if they would have been like combined, then I feel like it could have been a lot different. Also, if Alexandra Bracken didn't use so many words to like describe things, if she just kind of would like get to the point, then I feel like it would be a little bit better. The only reason I want to keep going is because like I want to know what happens, but at the same time I'm also kind of just like, I don't really care, because like I'm not super connected to any of the characters or the story, but like I'm intrigued enough to keep going even though it's bad. So I just feel like I'm kind of at an impasse when it comes to this, because like I said, I want to finish it and I want to know what happens, but like I also kind of don't care at the same time. So it's like, what do? I could always DNF it and Google, but I feel like I've made it this far, might as well just keep on going. Like I do think that I could finish it today, maybe. Like if I just keep listening to it like for the rest of the day, then I think I could finish it. Because let me see, because since I can't go longer than 2x speed, let me see how many. Okay, so it says that there's 4 hours and 33 minutes left. I did do some sprints earlier with Sarah and Tori, and I wish I would have read this during them, but I read this during like the first sprint and then I put it down and picked up something else. And at this point I'm wishing that I would have just read this the whole time, because we were on for like 4 hours. So I feel like I could have gotten a lot more of this like listened to and read, and that way I could be like a lot closer to the end. So I am slightly regretting my decision, but I'm just gonna keep going, I guess, and try and listen to as much as I can, and hopefully I can get it finished. Hopefully it doesn't actually take 4 hours and 33 minutes, but it probably will. So, but I think that's gonna be it for this update, and I'll probably update you guys again once I finish this and am ready to move on to the next book. Okay, so I am still trekking along. I'm on page 427. So I have around 100 pages left, a little bit over, because I think it's 532. So right over 100 pages, and I'm literally so bored. Like, this is so boring. Like, I literally feel like I'm reading a history textbook. Like, it's not good. Like, she over describes everything. She uses way too many words, and it's just, the story is taking way too long to develop. I just feel like everything that has happened so far in this book could have been resolved. I definitely don't think that it needed to be 2 books. I think it definitely could have been 1 book, and I definitely don't think that even if there was a second book that it needed to be over 500 pages. Like, the fact that there's like 900 pages of this story is absolutely ridiculous. Like, we could have like been done. We could have been done. And I can't. I still have like an hour and 35 minutes left in the audiobook, and that is ridiculous. I can't get over it. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm like, do I just DNF it? But then I'm like, I've come so far. I just want to finish it and be done, because I just feel like I've come so far and I don't want to give up now. I guess I'm just gonna keep going, because I want to finish this tonight. Like, I will not be reading this tomorrow. Like, I will be finishing this tonight. Like, there's no way that when I wake up tomorrow I'm going to be reading this. So I also, if I get a chance tonight, I'm gonna try and see if I can stay up kind of later tonight, so that way I can start Unforeseen. And yeah, I have, it's 464 like ebook pages. I do have to read it on iBooks because that's where I have it, so I will be reading it on my phone. I did turn on continuous scroll. You probably can't even see that, but I turned on like continuous scroll, so that way hopefully it'll be like a little bit faster for me to read it. So I'm expecting to get this one read pretty fast. Plus, I want to say that these are generally like super quick. I feel like it's never taken me like more than like a day or 2 to read one of those books. So I think if I start tonight, I can definitely finish it tomorrow, but I will be finishing this. At this point, my rating, honestly, probably like a 1.5 to max. Like, it's just not good. So I don't recommend. Yeah, anyone over the age of like 15, no. And it's crazy too, because like the characters are supposed to be like new adults basically. So like Etta is 18, well, she was 17 in passenger, but then it said that she was 18 in this one. So I don't know, she's 17 or 18. And Nicholas is 19. And I just, yeah, I'm not vibing. I just feel like there's way better like time travel stories out there. I feel like there's just way better stories in general. And I just feel like it's too long. So I feel like that's basically the whole point that I've like learned. That's all I've learned from these two books. So, and I just don't know if Alexandra Bracken is the author for me. So yeah, I do know that I do have her like Darkest Minds series on my TBR, but I'm just like, I don't know. After this hot mess, I don't know about the rest of it. So we'll see. If you guys want to see that, then I'll definitely do it. But yeah, I'll do it if you guys want to see it. But if not, then that's okay. But so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try and finish this, and I'll probably catch you guys back in an hour and a half once I finish it. It'll be like 2 seconds for you, but an hour and a half for me. Hi, okay, back again before I finished, because so I'm on page 489, which is the chapter of which is the first page of chapter 33. There's 36 chapters in this whole book. 49 out of 527, I think. 532, just kidding, 532. All I'm saying is that if they don't end up together, I'm gonna be mad. Because I'm already mad that I've sat here for 500 pages and only got about 20 pages of them actually being together, and yet you're telling me that they might not end up together at all. Like, I get that it's not a romance book, but like, that's the only thing that's keeping me semi-interested, is that I hope they end up together at the end. So, because everyone's back in their respective times. Unfortunately, Etta is like 300 years in the future from Nicholas. But if Nicholas ends up staying in 1776, I'm gonna be heated. He needs to be in 2015. He needs to be in 2015. I don't like, that's it. And if it ends any other way, yeah, if it ends any other way, nope, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be so mad. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. I will obviously let you guys know once I finish it. This has been the longest freaking hour of my life. It's already almost 11 o'clock. I'm ready to be done with this. Let me see how much longer I have. My audiobook says that I have 38 minutes left. So I should be done with this before midnight, but I'm just like tore up right now. I hope they can find a way to get back to the same time so they can be together, because that's like literally the only saving grace as of right now. And even then, it's not really that big of a saving grace. So yeah, I'll update you guys once I finish. I finished it. So I finished it. The ending I felt like was unnecessary. The like epilogue, I cannot. And then there was like a death that happened, like a pretty like significant death, I guess you could say, and it was never explained why. It was like, well, they had to die, but like why? No one ever was like, this is why. Like, I don't know, it was just like not good. So yeah, done, happy, done. that's done. I can now check that off the list. We're done with that. So now I think, because I'm not like super tired right now, but I do think that I will go ahead and start Unforeseen for a little bit and read that, and just kind of read it until I fall asleep. I think I can at least get like 1-2 chapters read at least tonight, so that's what I'm gonna end up doing now. But I think I'm gonna go get in the bed because it's 11:35, and get in the bed and read until I fall asleep, and then probably finish this tomorrow, because I don't really think it'll take me like super long to read this. So yeah, then hopefully this vlog will end, because I know it's hella long, but I will talk to you guys more than likely tomorrow. Hey guys, so it is now officially the next day, and I have actually been reading Unforeseen. I'm currently on chapter 13. I started it last night before I went to bed and read about 4 chapters, I think. Well, probably more than that, because I made it to like 14% last night, and like I said, I'm currently on chapter 13, and so that puts me at 26%. But I'm actually getting ready to get my nails done today, so I'm gonna try and read while I'm there. Like, I don't know if there's gonna be like a wait or anything, so I'm gonna try and read while I'm there. So yeah, so far this, I don't know, it's not like great, but I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be great. Like, this is probably one of my like comfort series, so it's just like I missed these characters and stuff. However, since this is one of the 2 books that took a turn, I'm not like super loving the plot, just because they are like on this island. So this book is basically about these like vampires, so it's a vampire like romance or whatever. So basically it's about these vampires, and they got kidnapped and put on this island to do this like survivor style type thing, where they have these other vampires that are called savages, and the savages basically kill humans and other vampires, but like the normal vampires don't. They just like drink blood and like mind their business. And so the savages have basically bought this island where they kidnap humans and regular vampires and put them on this island and let the savages like loose on them to chase them around, and until they can like kill everyone on the island, and whoever is like the survivor obviously like wins or whatever. So basically we're following Jack, who we met in the very first book, and at the time it was like they were in college and like whatever. So now it's been like at least 20 years at this point from the very first book, even though it's like, you know, whatever. But so we're following Jack, and this does have fated mates. So we're following Jack, and he falls into this hole where he meets Charlie, who is his like fated mate, and Charlie basically like picks him up out of the hole basically. And because Charlie's been on the island for 3 years with her son Dylan, trying to like survive, Charlie came to the island as a human, and now she has been turned by like a different vampire who was like part of the hunt, and he saved her when she fell into the hole and like broke her arm and leg. And she knew that she was gonna die because like her leg was like a compound fracture, so obviously the bone was sticking out, and like she was gonna die from like infections and stuff because she was human. So he turned her, Mal, who's like the leader of the little underground ones, he like turned her into a vampire, and now she's a vampire with her human son, and they've been living underground for 3 years because she's been on the island for 3 years. Jack fell into the hole. They meet their fated mates or whatever. Obviously she doesn't know anything about that, but he knows everything about that, considering like his best friend and like all that kind of stuff. So that's where we're at. So they're like walking around down under the island and stuff, like learning the ropes and whatever, and trying to get off the island basically. So chapter 13, that's like 121 of 464. So I'm gonna take this with me while I possibly wait, and I'll try to read some while I'm there, but if not, then that's fine, and I'll just read it when I get back. And hopefully I can finish this by the end of the day, because I don't have any plans today. I'm just planning on chilling, and I want to go ahead and read as much of this as I can. I know my rating for this is not gonna be super high, so I can't even be like, oh yeah, I'm expecting it to be like a 5-star. Like, I just already know, like, yeah, this is very much just like a nostalgic or like comfort type read. And who knows, maybe I will like go back and read like the first ones again, but like I'm pretty sure I've read the first one like 4 times at this point, like throughout, like since I found this series, because I found this series when I was a freshman in high school, and the books kept coming out since. And I did see that the author recently just released the last book in this series. There's 12 books, and she just released the last one in this series recently. So maybe I will continue on with the series, maybe not, I don't know, depending on how this one ends. But it's been definitely fun, like seeing where we started with like Sarah and Liam like meeting in college and finding out that they were like fated mates, to them having kids, watching their kids grow up, find their mates, and now like the best friends finding their mates and stuff. And then there's like 2 more books I think after this one. No, 3 more books, because this is book 9. So 3 more books after this one, and I think it deals with the remaining like 3 children. So yeah. But that is gonna be it for this little update. I'm gonna go ahead and go so I can get there, and I will update you guys probably later if I have something to update. Hello, so it's a little bit later, and I have been reading more of Unforeseen. I am currently 72% into it, so I'm thinking that I should be done with it here pretty soon. I am at like this like big, what I'm assuming is going to be like a fight scene, and like basically like the plot twist, I guess you could say. So yeah, they've already gotten their like mating bond sealed and all that, and they realize that there will be people coming for them, because this book about halfway is like close to the ending of the last book, so they kind of like overlap a little bit. So it's like the ending of that book is like halfway into this book from like a different point of view. So that's just kind of where we're at. My thoughts, head empty, I don't know. Not bad, not fantastic. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm gonna rate it at this point. Honestly, it's just fun. It's just fun. So yeah, but I'm on page 333 out of 467. So I'm sorry, 333 out of 464. So I'm expecting to probably finish it in the next few hours. I'm probably gonna get up here in a little bit and cook some dinner, and then settle down for the rest of the night to finish this. So I did just take some medicine because my allergies all of a sudden start acting up on me, so I'm not feeling like super fantastic right now. So we'll see. Hopefully I can still finish this today. So that is mainly just my plans for the rest of the day, is to just buckle down and finish this. So with that being said, I'll probably update you guys once I actually do finish it. Okay, so I have been sitting here reading. I just got finished eating and I just finished chapter 39 and oh my gosh, I literally am so just shocked. Like, I have no words. That is like, I was sitting here and I was reading it and I was like, like visibly, like audibly gasping because I was like, oh my God, no. So sad. Oh my God. Like, I feel like I probably could cry. Oh my gosh, like I just can't even get over it. Like, deaths, like at least like 2 like pretty big deaths. Like, I can't even believe it. It's insane. I don't know, but I'm gonna keep going. I think there's only 48 chapters, so there's 48 chapters in the epilogue and I'm 79%. So I'm gonna keep going because it's getting really juicy and I just need to know. So I'll probably talk to you guys once I'm done. Okay, so I finished Unforeseen, and in that last clip I told you that it was like some very important like deaths that happened. So just kidding. It was a Breaking Dawn part 2 type of deal with the whole vision thing. So didn't actually happen, but it threw me for a loop because I was like, oh my God. But overall, I'm finished with it. I think I'm gonna end up giving it 3 stars. It was fun. It was like, it was fun. I don't know, I really enjoyed it. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of like the whole like them being on the island thing, because it's so just like completely like on the opposite end of where we started. I understand why it needed to happen in order to bring in like new characters for other people. So I mean, I understand it, but still isn't like my favorite thing to happen in the series. But other than that, I think that's gonna be the end of this video. I was able to read Passenger, which I gave 2.5 stars, and Wayfarer, which I gave 2 stars, and Unforeseen, which I gave 3 stars. So I would say on average, the average rating for the books in this video is about 2.5 stars. So not great, but not terrible. So yeah, I don't know, just yeah. But if you like this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing to my channel. You don't have to. It'd be awesome if you did though. I will have all of my social media linked down in the description if you want to follow me or be friends. And if you want to see another video in this series, let me know. I'll be more than happy to film it for you guys. So yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.